We're live. I did not notify anybody I was going live because I have to make this sort of quick. But I am going to go on my Facebook here and make sure that I'm live right now. I hope everybody's doing well. The show yesterday on KBOO went really well. Yay, I'm live. So the show on KBOO went really well yesterday, and I'm excited for the future. I'm excited to bring you guys content and give you stories from underserved communities. So communities like our homeless population, our houseless neighbors, treatment. What can we look for in treatment in Portland, and who is heading these efforts? Much of it is coming from the Portland City Council. Other efforts are happening through Portland Street Response, which is an organization that I defend and support 100% because they're doing what we need to do. I'm going to show you this video, and I want you to listen to this, and then I will take it down, and we will have a discussion.
Portland City Council will be voting shortly whether to allow the Portland Street Response to have their own branch in the emergency response system in the city of Portland. This is while City Council is evaluating cutting the police budget and adding to PSR, I guess. Portland Street Response has been around since 2019 and was developed by former City Commissioner Joanne Hardesty, who supported the defund the police movement. That same cop-hating culture still resides in parts of the city, including Portland Street Response. As a matter of fact, you got some of those people on your city council. Food for thought as we continue to build out infrastructure and budget line items for new programs to help the homeless. Maybe all that just doesn't matter, and instead we should talk about outcomes. In which case, I dusted this one off from the PDX Real archive. Last time I posted it, it got 2.5 million views. Check it out. It's the Portland Street Response, $4 million a year, and here's how they're helping the community. In Northwest Portland this week, next to McClay Park, a street addict embedded himself like a tick in an alcove underneath 3 stories of residences in a condominium community. His daily existence was smoking fentanyl, defecating, leaving it there, and pulling out his dick and staring through the window at a woman across the way who happens to be a rape survivor. After several calls to non-emergency, they finally sent out the Portland Street Response. Dun, 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 dun. Residents were mortified when they heard Portland Street Response ask the man if he would like hot coffee or crackers. She also offered him a cigarette, reached into her fanny pack, and put it in his mouth. She told the exacerbated neighbors that they just needed to give him space. And with that, she wished him a good day. As they were leaving, he threatened the woman he had been watching through the window, telling her 4 times he wished her dead. It was only at that point that Portland Street Response decided to call the police and help the man move from the site. He goes by Popeye, and he's now 10 blocks away with a new tent and new clothes, ready to terrorize someone else. Excuse me for the old mugshots. Your state legislature doesn't think you have a right to see them. Several of our followers recognized Philip. A few days later, I got this footage of Philip being arrested, but don't get too excited. He's already been released. Like many people, this cycle continues, and I just want to know how this is helping Philip with his drug addiction and how it's helping the community. Thanks, Portland Street Response.
So disgusting, right? I would hope you would think so. I have some commentary on this. First off, this person, some notes that I took very quickly about this video. They're only concerned with the number of views that they received when they initially restarted the video. I don't remember her name right off the top of my head, but she is an interior decorator here in Portland, and she has been the voice behind PDX Real for quite a while. I first became aware of her a couple years ago on TikTok. And hi everybody who's joining. Thank you. I just showed a pretty disgusting video from a creator in my area, and I would throw up in my mouth, basically. The claims that she makes in this video are, one, not substantiated with facts of any kind. She offers no actual value here. She calls the guy an insect. That is hateful terminology. To call a human an animal or an insect or anything offers zero value to the community on a whole. The guy might be having mental issues, and he could be very much in need of help. Hi, FW. He could very much be in need of help. And yeah, he's probably not acting appropriate, but there is no evidence whatsoever to what she is saying in that video. She's making commentary in the background about him doing some vulgar things, but there's no instance in that video where it shows anything. All she shows is him having a cigarette. In the picture that she shows of him supposedly defecating in this other area of the property that she's talking about, you can't see what he's doing. The photo doesn't show anything except he's sitting there. She's honestly disgusting. I can't. The woman has. She's a gossip queen. And if you want to see the video, go to Real PDX on Facebook. Go facebook.com and look up Real PDX, and you can see the video for yourself, because I'm not showing it again. It's disgusting. If people think that this type of content is valuable in the aim to discredit the efforts of a supported organization like Portland Street Response, I just don't see the value in doing that. I don't understand why. Portland Street Response is not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. And for those of you in Portland, if you would like to call and comment on this, I would love to talk with you. The phone number is 503-770-0825. That's how you can call me in Portland. I'm just beyond. Hi, KD. Good to see you. And people like this really, if you take a step back and look at the words Trump was using for immigrants that come into our country. Oh, they're not sending their best people. They're sending in rapists and criminals and killers and all this stuff in order to get us, white people, to hate the brown people, right, from other nations. That is why Trump is doing this. This woman from PDX Real is trying to get us, the citizens of Portland or surrounding areas, to hate PSR for helping the homeless community, right? So, and then she goes in there and she talks about defunding the police. To this day, she has a complete ignorant understanding of what defunding the police was all about. Defunding the police was an attempt to take funding that is given to the police. It's still in their coffers, but used for social services assistance like PSR. That's what we wanted to happen. We didn't want money to be taken away from corrections. We wanted it to be used in areas where police are not trained. And I can't believe I'm still having to explain this. Police officers, especially a police organization like the Portland Police Bureau, who is known for using on a consistent basis excessive force, especially against people of color, that we have to explain to them, you are not educated on, or are you have do you have training in how to deal with people with mental health issues? When your first instinct is to go for your gun and kill an innocent person, or often unalive an innocent person, that is not okay. And the reason why defund, quote unquote, defund the police was happening was to bring awareness to organizations like the Portland Police Bureau, who consistently has been documented using this excessive force, especially on people of color. That was the push in 2021 for an organization like Portland Police Response. And for somebody who is as hateful as this person to go and say, oh, well, they, Portland Police Response is doing a horrible job when they have a substantial increase in call volume in its second year between April 2022 and March 2023. PSR responded to 7,418 instances. That was a 509% increase from its first year. They are being called. They are needed. There is no reason to want to take down Portland Street Response when they are helping way more than you are, right? They are helping way more than this woman who's calling a homeless man with some mental issues an insect and trying to make people feel like taking funding that is in the coffers of the Portland Police Bureau and assigning it to organizations who are trained, equipped, and educated on people and working with people with mental illness, drug addiction, the things that come with housing disparities. Hi, you guys. Yeah, I'm getting a little worked up. Ask joined. Okay, I hope that's not a reflection of your personality. Hi, big feller. Good to see you. Thank you, everybody who's joining. I'm just going off a little bit because I ran across this video from this woman who runs an account on Twitter and on Facebook, and I have no idea wherever else she is. She's actually pretty gross. Talking about how horrible Portland Police Response is in effectively managing people with mental illness, where Portland Police Bureau doesn't need to be involved. Because to me, if your first instinct is to reach for your gun, you're probably not educated in what you need to do for people with mental illness. I'm sorry, but that's just facts. So what I was saying was the Portland Street Response was founded as a pilot program in 2021. And it's went citywide in an expansion effort in 2022. And it has demonstrated significant success in various metrics. One was a 509% increase in service from its first year to its second year. So in its second year, it responded to 7,418 instances where it helped people with mental illness, drug addiction, or whatever the issue was. And police didn't have to come and shoot the people, right? They were able to, because as far as I'm concerned, seeing a police officer harassing a homeless person instead of out there dealing with shootings, dealing with rapes, dealing with the things that actually significantly negatively impact our lives is ridiculous. I call that harassment. Notably, 97.6% of the calls that would have traditionally gone to Portland Police Bureau are indicating a significant shift in the need for emergency services that do not include armed individuals. And that's another issue. She's talking about this woman from Real PDX, and I'm not trying to promote her or get her attention or anything. She's disgusting. And I want her name to be known. I'm not saying her name. I do know she's an interior decorator here in the Portland area, but I'm not ready to quite go there with the names yet. Go watch her content and you'll be disgusted. Some of you guys out here might share what she's saying, but for the majority of us who are humanitarians and who believe in helping people less advantaged than ourselves, she's disgusting. And you'll see why when you watch or listen to her content. She's on Twitter. She's on Facebook that I know of, and I don't know. She's probably on Telegram or something. She's definitely on Truth Social. I don't know because I'm not on Truth Social. I've wanted to delve into doing political commentary for a while, but I don't know that I could stand watching all the garbage on the right from MAGA people. I think it's kind of like I won't work in child services because I'd end up in jail, right? Watching watching how parents mistreat their kids and each other. It's just, these are things I cannot handle, and I know myself well enough to know I'd get in trouble, so I stay out of those instances unless I can help indirectly. Then I do. Okay, so back to Portland Street response. Effective on-scene resolutions. The majority of PSR's interventions concluded without the need for police intervention or hospital transport. Only 2.5% of the calls resulted in emergency room visits, and just one incident led to an arrest. And I think that's this Philip guy she's talking about. The story is for people who have just joined. Hi, Oak Tree. For people who have just joined, the story is that this woman from Real PDX, it's an online platform that this lady started, and she's always been hateful. She seems to me to be very much a Trump supporter. Was highlighting what she decided was a negative impact of PSR, which is Portland Street Response. And Portland Street Response, hi Cameron, Portland Street Response is Portland's effort to keep the Portland Police Bureau from doing things that they shouldn't be doing, like shooting people for no reason. I don't do enough of these on TikTok. I always forget the proper wording and probably get deplatformed for this. But using pew-pews on people for no reason, right? And so she was talking about this guy named Philip, who is apparently a homeless person or unsheltered person in our area in Portland. And he's got mental issues. Nobody is saying that there isn't something wrong with the guy. And he could possibly need help. There's no one saying that that's not so, but to call him an insect is disgusting. I'm sorry, that just doesn't fly. That's hateful terminology. As I stated before, when Trump was saying that Mexico only brings in, people who want to hurt other people or commit crimes or whatever, that wasn't right. And he was using this verbiage as other past dictators have used to make one group of people hate another group of people for no reason, because he knows enough of the people in this nation will just buy off on language because they don't know any better, right? And that's a sad commentary of the people in the United States. It really is. So my biggest claims or my biggest issues, other than the video in itself makes you want to throw up in your mouth, is one, she was stating that she got over 2 million views when she initially decided to make a ill person the subject of a horrible video, call him an insect, and then further degrade the efforts of Portland Street Response, which has been a huge success in this area, keeping police from pew-pewing people for no reason, which was the basis for their presence, because Portland Police Bureau is not trained to deal with homeless people. That's not their job. They are not therapists. They are not high cob. They are not. The police are there to arrest people who commit property crime or crimes against other people. They aren't there to serve people with illnesses in a mental capacity. They aren't trained to do that, and we wouldn't expect them to be trained. And what got me in this video was her talking about defunding the police. Do you know that the Trump administration, before Biden was elected, and now even further with their mass federal employee firings, are the ones taking money away from the FBI, are the ones taking the money away from the police. They're doing exactly what this woman is saying that our movement was effectively trying to do when we weren't. We just wanted a portion of the funding that goes to corrections to be allocated to organizations like Portland Street Response, people trained in dealing with ill people, living on the streets, addiction, unsheltered, living in survival mode, right? I've lived in survival mode. It's no joke. The one thing on your mind, like right now, hi there, hi Lime and Grace. Right now, I am trying to figure out the best way to get funding for my business so I can quit driving Lyft. Right? I am technically in survival mode every single day. The one thing at the top of my mind every single day, all day long, is funding for my business so I can quit driving Lyft. And I'm making it work. I'm figuring out places in my schedule where I can do these videos. And I want to build a community here on TikTok and on Facebook. On TikTok, my goal is to get 10,000 followers so I can keep studio going. I have access to tools in studio that I do also have access to in OBS. So I'm streaming through OBS to Facebook, and I'm streaming through studio to TikTok at the same time, right? And I can do actual commentary here with screen shares and with videos and audio and all sorts of different assets if I can keep studio for TikTok. This is a perfect platform for me to do this. And also, if you want to call in, not many people are asking to come on, and I'm not sure that I can get you to come on. But if you want to call in, I do have Google Voice, and Google Voice number is 503-770-0825. And the more I get to know how to use studio and the little tools that I have at my avail, like putting text on the screen here. In fact, I wonder if I can do that while I'm in the live. I can put the phone number in here. I can have a ticker tape. If any of you are familiar with, it works. If any of you are familiar with Adobe Premiere, you can do the bottom thirds. If I can figure out how to do that here in studio, I'll do that. What I need from my followers or from the people here on TikTok is to help me get 10,000 followers. That would be so helpful for me to keep studio and have the ability to do cool things with it. I mean, I got sound effects here, right? This started out as a serious video talking about a woman who is super hateful, but I've got effects, I've got sound effects. I love the sound. They're great. I don't know if people in Facebook can hear them. I'm not sure if people in Facebook can hear them, and I need to actually do my ticker tape on Facebook too. Let me fix something here. I can add text here. But I have the technology, I have the knowledge and the ability to do this. I just need to be able to get the number of followers on TikTok to keep studio. And then OBS, I've always used OBS for my lives on Facebook. So I do have a Google Voice, so you can call me at 503-770-0825 and talk with me about if you think it's okay for this woman to call these people insects. Is it okay for her to disparage people because they have because they're ill? And maybe don't have people that support them a lot. PDX Progressive TV at Gmail. I'm trying to talk and type at the same time. You can watch me on Facebook or TikTok. I'm live currently on both. And I have the ability to do this. And sorry, people on Facebook, I'm getting this straightened out. Hold on just a minute. I can make it smaller. I can make it larger. I can make it scroll. I can put it here and make it scroll. One moment. So this woman is just, you can see her on Twitter and on Facebook. Twitter and Facebook are her. And she's probably on Truth Social. I don't know. So see, I can do this. So you can call me on my Google. Hi, Brandon. You can call me on my Google phone. There we go. You can call me on my Google phone and we can talk about what this woman is doing and how she's really making a mockery of the efforts of groups like PSR, Portland Street Response, which was an organization that was a pilot program, and it is an organization that started out as a pilot program in 2021, and in the subsequent year of 2022, it had a citywide expansion. In its second year of existence, Portland Street Response responded to 7,418 instances, which was a 509% increase from the year previous. And this woman is bringing up only one of the incidences ended up in an arrest, and she's talking about that in her video. That's disgusting. She calls him an insect. She uses vulgar language all throughout the video. It's really gross. And she's hateful, and she makes a bunch of claims with no evidence. And it's all in trying to get more views, right? And trying to spread hateful content. So PSR, and she shows a list of names of people on the Portland City Council, and on that list, she's saying that these people support PSR. Well, yeah. We're supporting things that are good for the community. We're supporting progress. We're supporting police not pew-pewing people for no reason. We're supporting people supporting our unsheltered neighbors because they're trained to do so. And they understand, they have compassion, they have thought, they have, they see the value in a human being, not the hate that they can spew on them, is basically where I'm going. So, a reduction in the police workload, thanks to PSR, has taken place. PSR operations have led to a 4.6% decrease in total calls traditionally handled by police, with a notable 22.5% reduction in police response to non-emergency welfare checks and similar calls. So to me, from all of this, it looks like Portland police response is a pretty good deal. The sources for this commentary that I'm doing are portland.gov, Axios, Portland State University, KGW News, PDX Scholar, portland.gov, OPB, right? So Reddit. Reddit is some of the source used. Local Progress, CSG Justice Center. And they were saying in May of 22, a year ago, that the program outcome updates were publicly available throughout the pilot phase, including a 6-month evaluation. So this group has been evaluated by the Portland city government, the Oregon state government. This is a program that is actually being used in other states. And I like Portland Street Response. I think they're doing a good service for people, and they actually care. That's for her. Awkward. I'm playing with the sound effects. So my goal here is to get 10,000 followers on TikTok, and I'm doing that so I can build a community using Studio. Studio is a tool, for those who don't know, who aren't on TikTok a lot. Studio is a tool that you can use. You can share your screen. You can make it like a news broadcast. You can do a lot of different things. When I first got on here today, I was showing. I'm not as fluent in it as I probably should be to try and do it live here, but I was showing a video from a woman who's super hateful, and I think she deserves to have her name out there because she believes, here we go, she believes that a group like Portland Street Response, who helps our unhoused neighbors, is a bad thing. I don't exactly know what her point was here. But except for to make Portland street response seem like something that was horrible. Let me see if I can do this right. I really like this feature. I like Studio. Studio is really cool. If I could make it work. Yep, there it is. So what I do is I get my screen share and then I put this thing backward and there's my screen share and I can do the different things with my screen share that I need to do. So I can put it like this and I can make it here. This is all stuff that I would do before I have you on. And then I move me over. I can make me bigger or smaller. So if you want to call, the phone number is on the screen. It's scrolling at the bottom. I'll have to play with this a little more. I can't be doing it live. That's not fair to you guys. But yeah, I can do different things to this, and it follows my cursor. So I can go on TikTok. In fact, I had such an awesome notification yesterday. I do some things in affiliate marketing, and it took me a little while to understand exactly the tools at my available to let me do it. But I found out, oh no, I'm going to have to do this here too. So I have to share. I can do that here. Let's see if it'll let me. I'm doing OBS and TikTok Studio. So let me get the right. Where are my properties here? Let me get the. Yesterday, I got notified that I can be an Uber Suggest person, that I can be a affiliate for Uber Suggest. I was thrilled because I use Uber Suggest all the time for my SEO and stuff. Where did the thing go? It's there. Where is it? Did it? Oh, it's back here. Okay, let me fix this real quick. I need to put me back. See, this is what happens. I need to put me back there. This one is easier because I can just flip it on the bottom. And then put me over here. Put me over here. Come on. Put this over here. So I have access to tools in both spaces to do what I want to do. I just need the funding to be able to not have to worry about other stuff, right? So there we go. Now I have it on both interfaces. So I can do a lot of different things. I can go to Uber Suggest and show you guys how to use Uber Suggest as I'm sitting here talking in new style, right? So these are just some cool things that you can do with the TikTok Studio. So, and I can play music. I can do all kinds of things. And I really like these special effects. The sound effects are awesome. Come on, come up. So I wonder, you must be only able to do one thing at a time. Well, that's no fun. There they are. Because now that I gotta allow it. Now that I have the sound effects up, the window. Okay, there we go. But it's super slow now. Come on. Yeah, I'm just playing now. But if you want to see something. Oh, here we go. That's how I feel right now. So yeah, I'm just playing now. But I am going to go. They have apparently cut me off from anybody seeing me. I want to get 10,000 followers here on TikTok so I can keep studio. I have some good ideas, like playing, the protest songs and stuff like that. Couldn't capture something. And I couldn't capture the game. I'm not playing a game. I'm getting this note that says could not capture the game or program because it's been closed. I'm not sure what program they're talking about. So if people could comment, I would appreciate that, because I need to be able to know what you see. Because I can't get into the live in TikTok while I'm on live in TikTok. And I've been live on Facebook for like half an hour, and there's like nobody there. One view. Well, it's just starting. Keep going. I want to thank everybody for stopping in. I really appreciate you, and I appreciate the support. Help me get to 10,000. I will come up with better content, apparently. Have a great day. I'm trying to end. Let me end. There we go.